Nintendo is scared of the Switch successor. The Switch is nearing the end of its life cycle, however, it's continuing to sell. Nintendo has two options: create something new, or remain a hybrid. People want another Switch, and it's still got a lot of attention, but so did the Wii, and the Wii U fell off almost immediately. Another Switch would need another gimmick to differentiate itself. But the fans don't want that, they want more power. They could ignore this and release a new console, but perhaps this would reduce sales further as people want a hybrid, and it would split the fan base. Additionally, should they only cater to fans? Majority of their success is from appealing to the casual audience. Okay, I'm overcomplicating things on purpose, but for good reason. Nintendo is in a sticky position. Ask any fan what they want from the successor, and you will receive a different response each time. It was leaked to release this year, but the still unannounced console was then said to have been delayed by another year. But what's the truth? What do we know 100% will come true? The answer to that is absolutely nothing. We don't know the name, we don't know the gimmick, and we don't know the games. So in contrast to all the Switch 2 news articles with absolutely no facts, this video is simply going to be the worst ideas I think that Nintendo could come up with, because Nintendo could mess this up in so many ways. And I, Gamer in Danger with 82 subscribers, want to warn them of that. Hybrid functionality. I don't want two separate consoles. The hybrid nature of the Switch combined everything that Nintendo was. You'd think of them for the Game Boy and then the N64, never both at the same time. But the Switch changed that. Not only did it save the dying console market Nintendo had after the Wii U, but it also followed the massive success of the DS and the 3DS. It's allowed the concentration of games and marketing towards one platform. If Nintendo moved back to two separate devices, one would almost certainly fail. Firstly, they would have to coordinate the launch dates of two systems, meaning that one would get a head start and the other would interrupt the other's sales. Games would most likely be split between the two systems, similar to the 3DS and Wii U, where only specific games are present on both. Backwards compatibility would also suddenly fall out of the picture, as it would have to be addressed on two platforms. Third-party support would also decline, as the fan base is split between consoles, meaning that if a game is released on one, they are missing the other 50% of potential customers. This is probably the worst scenario, but I can see it working out if they commit to one, not both. Joycon. Joycon are one of the most recognizable features of the Switch. Because of this, they have become somewhat of an icon. If Nintendo keeps a similar look, I think that we may have a similar effect to the Wii U, where people see the new Switch as nothing more than an accessory or an add-on. I either want a complete overhaul, perhaps keeping the split controller design with alters in the look or shape, or less of an emphasis on their presence. Maybe if something largely recognizable is added to the faceplate, such as super high quality screen, or if we want backwards compatibility, we have to include Joy-Con for games like the first Mario Party and Ring Fit Adventure, but I suggest simply a wireless feature rather than allowing their attachment in handheld mode. This is mostly because I don't want the rail design on the side to limit the capabilities of the new Joy-Con. For example, a mildly trustworthy leak showed magnetic attachments may be a possibility, meaning that most likely there will be no rails present. The dock. Assuming the console will be a hybrid, it has to include a dock. I recently saw a beat-em-ups video saying he wanted an open screen dock. However, I think that would be annoying due to more dust getting on the screen and less general stability. But I do think he was right in saying that the dock needs an upgrade. To begin with, a simple upgrade is literally just making it not scratch the screen. While not massive, my Switch has suffered many smaller scratches on the screen, simply from docking and undocking it. The OLED dock drastically improved this, but I still feel a little queasy from past experiences. In order to smoothly transfer from one generation to the next, backwards dock compatibility may improve the lifespan of the Switch, as it could allow people to keep their old Switches out even though they packed away their old dock. For example, if it was not backwards compatible, many people would not want two docks by the screen and put away the original. It's mostly quality of life, but could have some benefits. I don't know whether Nintendo would want the original Switch to continue to be supported after the new console, however I hope that they do, at least until it becomes the #1 best-selling console ever, as it only has the DS and PS2 to go. Those are my main suggestions, but I personally wouldn't mind too much if Nintendo went completely unpredictable and made something brand new. If you have any suggestions, I'd love to hear them in the comments. Thanks for watching. Bye.